Yep. I'm gonna jump first. So hopefully that's my browser. Long awaited scheduled deliveries of Slack. So this is for now sitting behind a feature flag. So we'll just demo that experience really quick. We go to the admin panel, deliveries. There's no tab here for Slack. This is not the interesting part of the demo. Here's my dashboard. New delivery, sort of exactly how you saw it. However, we now have a webhook option as well. So let's turn on the feature flag here. I can type. Cool. So now we go to our deliveries tab. Slack appears, and we have a button to connect Slack. So this is going to start our OAuth flow for Slack. It's going to request some permissions, things it can do, things it can't. Notably, this is our Omni non-prod app. We're going to have separate apps for different environments. So let's allow, and we're redirected back, and you'll see we're connected to Omni now. Let's go to our dashboard and try to schedule delivery. So we already have an email delivery for now with 2 users, but let's add some for Slack here. So for channel, we're going to add our Slack channel. So this experience right now is just a text box. Some fast follows here are going to be improving the UX here to have like a pre-populated dropdown of all the available channels in your workspace. So we'll save this guy. You'll see, we have our frequency here, mentions that we have 1 channel we're getting delivered to. We'll go for Slack again. And now we're going to send some direct messages. Again, this flow is going to be improved. But for now, we're just going to paste in a comma separated list of Slack user IDs. You'll see we have 5 users. Also, just to demonstrate the new webhook option here, although we don't have anything downstream to actually receive this, we'll just enter something like example.com. Sure. We have all these logos here for our deliveries. 1 channel, 5 users, and our webhook here. Let's go over and we'll send some of these. Our webhook's not going to succeed, but for the sake of showing them in our recent deliveries panel, we can just send it. Head over to deliveries. You see all of our tasks are here. New destination type column that is filterable as well. Number of recipients there. Last run status. And here's our recent activity. So the webhook's just going to hang. We don't have anything to receive it. But here you go. Here are all of our deliveries. And if we were to go over to our Slack integration here, you can see 2 deliveries are set to Slack, and this shoots us over to the task table filtered by our Slack destinations. Just to prove to you that we actually sent these, I'm going to share my Slack here. So here is our dashboard in the channel I sent to, and then I sent to a bunch of DMs. So there are a group of people that receive these as well. And here you go, delivery via DM. And
Beautiful.
that is it.
Sick.
Woohoo! Awesome work, Corey.
It looks awesome. I have 2 questions. Do you could we use a similar mechanism to do link unfurling? Do you have any plans for that?
Yeah, it's just an additional set of permissions our bot needs. But it seems like the process should be pretty straightforward. It's just not something we included in our effort here.
Cool. The second is it'd be, it requires a UX flow that has to be well thought out, but it'd be cool if you could, like, in a chart, tag someone's Slack name, and then have that chart sent to them directly. So kind of like a social flow, like at Corey. Any plans for that?
I don't think it's been brought up, but definitely something we can consider.
Cool.
A good candidate to figure out how to get that user attribute into Omni too. Like for a given email,
Yeah.
try to find their user attribute. Makes a lot of sense.
I mean, we talked a little bit about scheduling single tiles, and I imagine you could probably do just a quick pop-up on a tile just to be like, pop it up and, if we can get the Slack names in there, you could just have it send to Slack that way or something like that.
Sorry, Nate, could you ask that question again? Because I didn't understand.
Yeah, basically, this isn't quite like a top of funnel thing, but it's like a common growth hack thing where you tag people, who may not be using your product, and then they get an email, and that gets them into the product. And so, like, one is like a funnel growth thing, and like user growth thing, but also the other is just like being able to share things seamlessly. So if I want to send like you a chart, for example, right now I could send you the link and craft an email, but it'd also be nice to just have a gesture in the app that's like at Eli, and then you get it on Slack or you get it via email, and then you can jump from there. You can either like read the email, and if the embedded chart has the detail you need, you're good, or you can jump in and start using the app that way.
Is it a way to think about it almost like if it was a shortcut without the form, but that like send now button we have in the form?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
like a send immediate. Not so to be clear. Yeah, I wasn't clear about the scheduling. I'm not thinking about like at Corey schedule this for Corey every day. I'm just thinking like share this immediately.
Yeah, I actually think that now that I understand what the question was, I think it would be really easy because we already have pipes for ephemeral sends. Like that's there. There's a send now button. So we would just like pre-populate a bunch of the form data and just toss in like the user you want to send to. I actually think that's super doable.
Yeah, and we've talked about doing some of that on an individual tiles too, like scheduling an individual tile. So you could also just like do a send now on an individual tile as well. So it'd be pretty cool.
Do it.
Right, maybe I missed this, but was there the ability to kill scheduled deliveries?
Yep. Yeah, that's been a feature we've had for some time. I can demo it if I can just showcase it real quick.
Want to make sure it was covered for Slack because I know that we get that in question.
Yeah, it's all there.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I'm not sure that the page that it's on is visited that often, but it's there.
Why not?
And just confirming really quickly, I think I missed this at the beginning. Is this live and people can start using it now, like for customers?
So this is not live currently. We still have one bug that we found right before we decided to demo. But hopefully we can, hopefully we can ship that out maybe end of day today, but we'll let you know.
I think, Tim, I don't think we are going to. So it's behind a feature flag until we make the control for like selecting channels and users better, because that UX with the copy paste is like bad, but there are some clients that like want it immediately. So we're behind a flag and they're going to kind of like do semi QA. And then once we get the controls for that better, we'll ship and release the flag and it'll be available to everybody.
Okay. Awesome. This is so exciting.